Good morning, everybody, and welcome. We are heading up the Lanakai Pillbox Trail today to see some spectacular sunrise views. So parking was a little bit crazy. They had security on the streets. It's like a private street to access it. So we had to find some street parking at the bottom of the hill, which is going to add a little bit of time. But it is 5:20 right now, and sunrise is at 6:15, so we should be completely fine. So here's the start of the trail. Here's the welcome sign. We also have a little warning. And you can see here it's going to be pretty steep in the beginning. You know, and they said this was going to be steep. They were not kidding. It's really hard to see, but it is straight up. We even have a rope over here. This is crazy. Nice little alcove here. Already starting to see the sun coming up. Gosh, even if you only hiked to right here, what a view. Well, you can kind of see where we're going. I'm gonna go to the top of this mountain here. There are 2 pillboxes on this hike. This is gonna be the first one. We'll stop here and take in some of the views when we get up there, and then we'll continue on. So here's the first one. Beautiful, beautiful. Man, whoever said this was a moderate hike, I am so scared of what they consider strenuous, because this hike has been crazy. And there is the other one up there. We'll be able to show it better once the sun comes up. This is an absolute ridgeline hike to get over to that pillbox. This hike has been absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like this. Have you, Brian? This is worse than Acadia. This is crazy. So here's that second pillbox, super busy with people sitting there. Beautiful view here. Just look at this. So you can actually continue on this hike and continue along this ridge line, but I think we're gonna wait right over here for the sunrise. So we want to get these 2 islands in the background. That's really the iconic shot right here. We are up at the top. The pillbox is behind me. There's a lot of people there, so we found this other area because we really wanted to get these islands behind us for the sunrise. We have about 15 more minutes until the sun rises, and yeah, let me tell you, whoever said, I'm scared if they say that this is a moderate hike. I guess because it's so short, it's not that bad, but it is so steep and kind of uneven footing. I'm really glad we brought our poles. We each have 1 pole, and it's just enough to kind of give you balance, especially going down is going to be brutal. But obviously we came up in the dark, so we couldn't really record much of the trail. So on the way back down, oh boy, you're going to really enjoy seeing what we came up. As we focus on the sunrise, it was really beautiful. Of course, we're in the golden hour now. It's the mountains behind as well. You also have a bit of a rainbow in the middle of the screen. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Now the sun is up. Before heading back down, we're just going to walk around along this ridgeline a little bit further, just because we're already up here. Some pretty cool trees that we're walking through, the short little trees. This view over here is just absolutely epic. I mean, this is crazy, Brian. With the mountains behind. One more epic view before we turn back around. Wow. All right, Brian, how do you feel about going down?
you're about to go down the way you're walking backwards.
I am walking backwards, so just answer the question.
No, it's just going to be 3 times as long, especially with the lights. I'm going to be more terrified, so I guess we're about to find out.
So now obviously you can see a lot better. And the water is just absolutely divine. There's the second pillbox. And down there's the first. Good view of how steep it is, and the trail conditions definitely helped out a lot to have at least one hiking stick just for balance, especially going down this. You can see kind of the ridge that we're hiking on. So we have cliff on this side and cliff on the other side as well. So having the stick really does make quite a difference. You can really see here how far up we are. Oh boy. This was the bad part coming up. And it was really hard to see the path as well, so we ended up going kind of like the wrong way. But yeah, we'll definitely be on our butts here. This is the bad part. There's another view of this section. I almost just ate shit coming down it. I'm not gonna record it. I'll cut it out if Brian eats it, but it's this loose dirt that's on top of the rocks is so freaking slippery. Oh, he made it. One more really good shot as I turn around of the steepness. And just the beauty of this area as well. I just can't get over the colors. It was nice to see the sunrise, but to be honest, I feel like this is an even better hike to do in the morning or like throughout the day, just with all the colors. But I just saw, there's our car, little Corolla. So this is the steep section for sure, but we are very close to the end. And they do have these ropes on the side. We saw those on the way up. So you can hold on to it. Makes more sense now going down why they would have the ropes. But yeah, this is going to be the part where you're going to get hurt, to be honest, because it is, oh, Brian just slipped. It is very sandy, and the sandy is what's slippery, not the rocks. Back off the mountain and back into the tsunami hazard area. And if you are going to come here and do this hike, just keep in mind you cannot park on the street that has the trailhead on it. You have to park on this main road here. And there's plenty of parking. See right here, people are parked in the dirt. But there's plenty of parking, so you don't have to worry about that. Back to the car now and get a really good view of that first pillbox from down here and just how high up we were. Overall, I think we both agree that when we went up, we were like, there's no way this is a moderate hike. But after coming all the way back down, I do agree it is a moderate hike. I don't think it was that bad. I think starting at nighttime with it being dark was really deceiving. And so yeah, it's definitely moderate. I would definitely recommend bringing a hiking stick, especially for the way down. But overall, very, very beautiful hike. Some of the views we missed on the way here. McDonald's for breakfast, and when have you seen these? Oh my god. Back at McDonald's again this morning, as you saw, with the little hamburger seats, and we got the Spam, rice, and eggs for breakfast, and then we're gonna split a taro pie because it's super, super good. Brian wanted to stop here at Leonard's and get some Malasadas. However you say it. Inside. Alright, so here's the box. It was a line, but it was super fast. But they do make everything from scratch. So Brian ordered 2 of each. We have the original, we have the cinnamon, and then we have like a sweet and sour. Hey guys, and welcome back. This is our second hike of the day. We did the Sunrise Pillbox hike this morning, and now we are going up there somewhere. So we are going to be doing a Ridge Trail hike. I don't even want to try to pronounce the names. I'm not going to do it correctly anyways, and then all the comments are just going to be about how stupid I am on pronunciation, so we're just going to leave it at that. It's supposed to be a moderate hike. It's supposed to be very nice, except for the last 300. I think there's like 300 stairs at the top. So yeah, we're gonna go and check it out. One thing that you might notice is it's very dry here. So if you're expecting a lot of green, it's, you know, up on these mountains, it's pretty green, but the rest is pretty dry and desolate. So we'll see what we can see. Just a little information here about courtesy. Yeah, there's 2 trails over here, so we'll see if there is a guide on which way to go, but either way I pulled up geocaching and we're gonna hook it to the right up here. Another sign for the 2 trails. Again, we're gonna do the Ridge Trail today, and very well marked. They're doing some restoration efforts. Here we have a little map. Lots of switchbacks in the beginning, of course. And then we have a elevation profile. So it's some sort of miles, some sort of elevation gain. Somebody wanted to scratch it out. And here we have the typical grade is 22%, maximum grade 67%.
Here's the Mount Washington.
There we go. Let's do this, shall we? People left some hiking sticks, which is nice. But yeah, I saw in another video they were talking about all the restoration efforts for the areas. They really want you to stay on the trail, which seems pretty reasonable to me. This first section is really interesting with lots of roots and these kind of like low-hanging trees. This would be really spooky to hike at night, I think. Here's where the trail splits. So if you're doing the Valley Trail, you would go straight. Or if you're doing the Ridge Trail, you're going to go to the right. This is now the second sign for falling rocks that we've seen. Great little view here. Obviously we're not very far at all, but still. I don't know if you can hear the wind blowing. Absolutely great breeze today. Not complaining at all. Another cool little spot here, right on the ledge. Trail conditions on these switchbacks are about the same. A lot less roots as we go up, more rocks, I would say. Decently steep, but again, nothing undoable. So far, definitely a moderate hike. You can see Brian up in blue ahead of me. Definitely a climb now. But again, really nothing too extreme. We just hit exactly a mile in, and if you notice, almost immediately we had a complete change in the surface. So look, we have trees right here, regular trees like we've been seeing, and then all of a sudden, it turned into pine. So you have pine needles down here on the ground, and you have the pines in the forest. Very cool. And here's somebody nodding. I really can't get over this pine forest part. I knew it was coming. We saw videos of it, but there's just something so serene about it, with all these pine needles covering every inch of this area. It almost looks like it's covered in snow or something. It's absolutely beautiful. Pretty cool tree here that's still growing, even though this other one fell and almost completely uprooted it. We have another fallen tree back here too. They didn't give any warnings about falling trees, just falling rocks, but man, oh man. And here you can actually see this is one of those paths that people cut through on that's causing all the erosion. But we will, of course, keep to this absolutely spectacular. I was thinking after I did that last little comment, I don't know of anywhere I've ever seen anything quite like this with these pine needles before. It really is unique and something really special. And if for nothing else, even if you don't make it all the way to the top, I almost would recommend this hike just for this section alone. Well, we are definitely starting to get up there a bit, further away from where we parked. About halfway distance-wise. We're at 1.33 miles right now. Another really cool part of the trail. It really just feels like, I don't know, how would you describe it? It's like a fairy forest or something. I don't know. I've never seen, like, I said this before, Brian, I've never seen like these, like the pine needles like that, and it's really crazy. I really cannot get over this pine forest thing that we're in, this situation. It is so, I don't know, it's so magical. I'm really at a loss for words. And we'll see how the rest of this hike goes, but this may be one of my favorite trails I have ever done. It is that cool. Now we're heading into this forest with these different pine trees. Such an interesting hike, seriously. A little over 1.5 miles in, and we do have this little picnic structure, so perfect for taking a break, having a snack, having some water, whatever you need to do, and finishing this thing up. Seem to be heading out of the pine forest into what seems to be very tropical with these trees. Definitely a different vibe, a lot more roots on the ground, and oh man, back there was a really steep section I really wish we had a switchback for, but we're getting there. We're almost at 1.9 miles in. All these little, whatever these are, I guess they're considered the leaves of the tree, all laying around here, different colors. They look like little worms. Kind of cool. What's not cool is this part. Dun dun dun. Here we have a little break. Nice view. Feel that heat. It's like as soon as you get without the breeze, it's absolutely brutal. Another interesting foliage change here. Now we're kind of walking through this fern forest. Little thing here to wipe your boots off. But I have not worn these shoes except for in Hawaii, so we're good there. Really interesting. I mean, this is so weird. It's just so different as you're doing this trail. All these different like ecosystems you're going through. It's crazy. A nice drop off on each side. Got a view of the ocean down there.
Yep, and you can see the other side.
We have our first stairs here. My understanding is we're about 0.2 miles away from the summit and about 300 stairs away from the summit. I'm not sure if we're going to get a good view of this at the top, so I'm going to show you now. That's Diamond Head. So you can see the whole crater bowl from up here. That's pretty cool. I know the colors will never be as vibrant on camera, but it's just absolutely stunning and spectacular as we make our way up. Nice little ledge to take a break on. And down below, I see the promised land. It's right there. Do you see it, guys? The Costco. That's where we're going next. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I think this is what they were talking about in the video. You see all those stairs? Holy shit. Here we go. Right here. End of trail. Do not go behind the sign, please. Turn back. I don't think I'm going to do that. Here we are at the top. Holy crap. Alright. Look at the color of that water. This is absolutely spectacular. So you cannot see Diamond Head from here. We'll check that back out. We'll get a better view on our way back down. But look at that. We got Costco down there, of course. And then I want to pan all the way back over and show you where we were this morning. If you watched that video. Over there, those two islands in this area here, that was the Pillbox that we went to this morning for the sunrise. So yeah, what a view. Really great hike. Yeah, this has got to be, if you are into hiking, has to be my favorite hike I've ever done. So if you are going to Oahu, this is a definite must do. If you weren't planning on going to Oahu and you love hiking, I'm telling you, got to come here. Starting our descent back down now. We'll get some good views of the other side from over here. I'm not going to stop too much for views. I think this is probably going to be the best view that we get while we're up here. So of course, as I showed earlier, this is going to be Diamond Head. You can see the entire circumference of the crater, which is amazing. To the right of it, you can see a few of the hotels down near Waikiki as well. And yeah, I mean, you just cannot beat the view. I have polarized sunglasses on, so I can see the water a lot bluer than what's coming up on this screen. But the colors are just so incredibly vibrant. It's exactly what you see in the movies, or you think of, you know, when you think of like Hawaii or somewhere tropical like this. Some very pretty birds. They almost look like cardinals with a red head, but like a blue and white body, like a blue jay / cardinal mix. It's crazy. We came from all the way somewhere up there, and now we are almost back to where we began. And just like that, we are back to the start. That was an absolutely spectacular hike. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. I certainly did. It is by far, after going the whole length of it, that was the best hike I have ever done. If you are on Oahu and you like to hike, you have to do this trail. And if you've done this trail, let me know what you think of it. After the hike, we are back at Costco. This is not the same one we went to when we first got to Hawaii. This is, I don't know where we are, but it's not the Honolulu one. That's crazy. As you can see, there's actual parking spaces available here. It's not, yeah, that one in Honolulu apparently is the busiest Costco in the world, which totally makes sense because the prices here at Costco are basically the same as the mainland, which is insane. So yeah, we're gonna just grab a few things that we decided that we wanted to bring home as gifts or like snacks that we enjoyed, and we're probably gonna get a hot dog, and Brian's probably gonna get a chicken bake as well. Didn't see these at the other Costco, but yeah, you can buy a surfboard here. They have paddle boards, like that's pretty normal, and boogie boards. Perfect way to end the night. Sun is setting. Behind us we have the ridge that we hiked with a chicken bake, with a couple $1.50 hot dogs.